All right, here's another nice question. It looks like you've labeled everything correctly. Yep, and you're looking for angle B, and so you're using these two ratios. Looks perfect. 24 over sine 36.5, 34 over sine B. Perfect. Okay, so now if you want to solve for sine B, what you can do is you can multiply this side by sine B. If you multiply that side by sine B, you have to do it the same to this side. And you do that because sine B is on the bottom, and you can't have it there. So these will cancel. So then you'll have on the left side 24 times the sine of B. Notice I wrote the sine of B at the end. It's multiplied, so it doesn't matter what order you put them in, over the sine of 36.5 is equal to 34. But I want to solve for this. So I've got to get rid of the 24 and the sine 36.5. So what I'll do is I'll multiply both sides by sine 36.5. So I'll get 24 sine B equals 34 times sine 36.5. And then I just want this, so I'll divide both sides by 24. Now, that's mathematically how you can do it. So you'll have to go 34 sine 36.5 divide 24 and come up with a number. Let me just pause there and figure out what that number comes out to be. Just a sec. Okay, from that I got negative 1.3199. And right there I've got troubles. Because, or maybe I'm in the wrong mode. Just a second. There, I should be in degrees. No, so that number that I got there was wrong. This number should be, I was in the wrong mode, 0.84266, etc. And then, to solve for B, you'll do the arc sine of each side. So if I do the arc sine of that side, I have to do the arc sine of this side. Oops. So this cancels, so I'm just left with B is equal to the arc sine of 0.84266. Let me figure out what that is. So that'll come out to 57.4. So B will be 57.4 degrees. So 57.4 degrees. And then you can subtract both of those from 180 to get angle C, and then use the law of sines again to get side C. Hopefully that helps. Now, just maybe one thing before I finish the video. One thing I would suggest at this point right here, I did some math stuff here where you multiply both sides by something, but it turns out there's probably an easier way to think about it. So it's 24, or easier way to solve it, rather than having to do all this math stuff there, which is the correct kind of math, but this is, if you do enough of them, this is maybe a better way to do it. Sine B. So if you're trying to solve for sine B, this is a ratio proportion, or a proportion, so you can cross multiply and divide. And so here's a cross, and here's a cross. So the thing that you're looking for, sine B, you just write that on the side by itself, is equal to, and then you take the other cross. So not the cross that includes the sine B, but this other cross. And so you'd multiply 24 times sine 36.5. Oh, it wasn't 24, it was 34, sorry. Divided by the thing that's across from what you're looking for, the 24. And notice that's the same thing as I got there, but it took me 2 or 3 steps to get there. Then you do the arc sine of both sides like we carry on like we did there. Hopefully that helps you with that question. Give me another shout though if you still have questions.